Need to get a bit of a test, a bit of a 1, 2, 3, see if we're here. Hopefully someone in the chat. I'll have to open up my page, get the chat up. Where are we? Hang on, Vicky. Born a difficulty. Trying to see if I'm here. 10th of the 3rd, there we are. That's us. That's me. Hopefully we've got sound. Not too sure if we've got sound, have we? Hang on, Vicky. There we go. We've got a bit of sound. I've just done it myself. Hang on. There we go. Muggy's in the chat. We're waiting for him to finish writing his things. Vicky can get me in. Welcome to the 10th of March, Tuesday. KD Scrims. We're on again. Only Kiwi hasn't been able to make it in tonight, so I've jumped in again just to keep it moving along. Pretty excited about tonight after last Saturday. Last Saturday was an outstanding effort by Eshe lads. They took out the entirety of the Scrims, convincingly winning a couple of games and really doing a bit of a thing. And then in the boot camp, we had Velocity Gaming managed to come out on top. They landed in the main building. They occupied the main building on their own and managed to take off the win. I think it was a 4v1 in the end. It was the day shift managed to take out the night shift. Enzi was left on his own. First day was taken out early in the match, and the other two opposing teammates, I believe, were just checking into their seminar with last day. I believe, from what I've heard, the seminars are now finished. He has entered the battlefield tonight, I believe, and first day's had to step out. Unfortunately, first day failed, so he's going to have to resit that seminar next week. I believe that's at Picardo, at the casino, upper level, in the back room there. Hey, Hoppy, thanks for coming in. Hopefully the sound's all right. I've turned me guns and cards down a little bit tonight just to see if that doesn't override exactly what I'm saying. I'm not sure. We've got about 9 teams, I think, tonight. Let me have a look. We've got 8, so that'll give us 24 players. Well, no, it'll give us 32. How's the counting? I better take my shoes off just to do anything further than that, if we get any more, just to count those numbers. If Vicky's there, she can get me in now. I just wasn't quite ready. I thought I'd better get myself a drink, maybe a fresh bottle of water and a few other bits and pieces. Sorry about that, Vicky. I'll jump in the spectator slot. We're nearly half full already for Tuesday night. I'll hold off for a minute just until those top teams start to fill up. And what else we got? Team 6 as well. I think that's another VG team. Team 10 there as well. Oh, Team 10. Have I missed something? I better just jump out of the chat here. I'll go across and have a look. Hey, Vicky, how you going? I'll jump in the chat. I've got someone in slot 10 at the moment. Have I missed the team, maybe? I'll just quickly flick across. We'll have a look. See if I've missed anything. Hoppy shared the stream and the codes. Thank you very much, Hoppy. There's nothing written there at the moment. I'm sure something will filter through, and I'll add it to the Fool's Cap paper. Here we go. Why? Oh no, I've done it again. I've flicked myself out of the chat. Unlucky. So we've got roughly 7 minutes until kickoff. We've nearly got everyone in there. We've got half the teams in so far. So I'm just going to mill around a bit. Hopefully everyone's had a good weekend. I know the Victorians down in the south part of Australia managed to have a long weekend. Hope everyone else enjoyed their weekend. They're just the last parts of summer before we roll into autumn. Hey Vicky, thanks for jumping in. Thanks for organising the rooms, yourself and Dirty as well. Who else have we got in here? Oh, so number 10's just jumped up into another spot. They were just waiting for someone to vacate by the looks of things. I see Daystalker's jumped back in for 3 fingers deep. He obviously passed the seminar at Pubgm. He's managed to get back in, so he won't trip over anywhere on the battlefield tonight. And I'm pretty sure the KD guys will be pretty happy to have him back in the side. We've got 2 Quackers teams there by the looks of it. 2 VG, 2 Quackers, and we've got about 4 KD teams. So that's really great effort for the 3 clans there to get those sides in. Knucklez Deep, Velocity Gaming, and I don't know what I'm going to call these guys at the moment. It's all very, very confusing. I'm just going to go with the funny quirks. But we've got the Quackers in here as well, I can see on the sheet. I've written them down there in slot 9. We're waiting for Team 3, one of the KD sides. Monkey and Cat are strolling in there to, it's not the night shift. Oh, they've changed the name. Geez, the name changes for this week. We've still got the ever reliable 3 fingers deep and day shift and the funny quirks, but we've got a few other little themed names hitting in there for this evening. I'm not really sure if they're gun related or what they are, but I'm sure it's all something to do with PUBG Mobile. So we've got 26 here, and we've got in slot 2. I might as well start kicking them off. Hopefully everyone filters in and we can start off straight after that. In slot 2 we've got KD, we've got Hitting It Raw. That's definitely about some type of machine gun of some type. And that's Mama, Tay Money and Dirty and Pookie Bear. That's a great little team there for sure. I'm starting to catch up with a few of these guys and play with them during the week, so it's great to put a bit of a gameplay style to name type of thing, if you know what I mean. Slot 3 we've got another KD side. They're either just finishing that seminar or perhaps they're still just working out their strats, getting their clothes and their costumes together for the first couple of games. So that's slot 3. Just Spit on it. That's obviously that's definitely gun related, that one. And then in slot 4 we've got Just the Tip, which is another KD squad. And that's obviously to do with the muzzle on the end of the gun, from what I can tell there. And then we've got the ever reliable. I won't bump them up too much, I'll put the pressure on, but we've got 3 fingers deep. Neck Week, Daystalker, Tony and Buddhadinya. Good to see those boys back together. A formidable squad over the last 6 months have managed to get themselves back together on a Tuesday night. And then we've got, what do we got in slot 6? Oh, we've got the Tushy Pushers from VG. I'm not sure how that's gun related, but I'll come up with something during the stream, I'm sure. We've got Freckles, Smelly, Cat and Monkey in there. We've got the day shift in slot 7 with the ever reliable Hoppy doing a bit of admin work for me, just sharing it out there. We've got Bandit, Enzy, and Last Day's managed to have an RDO from the seminars that he's been doing from the previous weeks, and he's slotted himself into that side as well. And then the other 2 teams that we've got the Funny Quirks. And we've got Floody 69, Funny Quacker, Habib Joker, and Therapy in that side. And then in slot 9, we've got the Funny Quackers. So hopefully they don't fight against each other too much tonight, because that's really going to make me spit on something, or at least trip over my words. And that's Alien Baby, Ken, Hell Yeah, and someone unknown at the moment. They won't be too far away. So Dredden, Fat Kiwi, Decoy and Risk are up the top there in slot 3. That was the side Just Spit on it. That's to do with the trigger, I'm pretty sure, when you get a bit of a gun jam. So that's really good that they've created a new theme. Thanks for jumping in, Aries. How you going, mate? Also, if you're in the chat tonight, by all means, even if you're not playing, just press that reaction button. Let's just try and push the channel along. I think we've hit 70 subscribers. So it's pretty much everyone that's in here has jumped in, that's played, has jumped on the channel, given it a bit of subscribe. It doesn't just help me and Velocity Gaming, it helps out these scrims to keep them going. Let's get more people in here. I've reached out to a few other clans over the last week. I've tried to get a bit of help along. I'm doing my best from the VG side of things. And hopefully we can get some more interest over the next couple of weeks and get them back up into those 40s and 50s and, you know, heaven behold, get like an 80 player room. Whew. I'd need to have a break after that, that's for sure. So we've got 12 people in the chat. Oh, we're in. We're in game 1. I haven't even started talking about the first map. The first map's Erangel. Probably my favourite map. Erangel is a map with a variety of landscapes and so forth, with the open fields and farmland with the middle part of the map. You've got the northern ranges across the top. You've also got the horrific coastal waters along the south. I look forward to seeing where everyone lands tonight. We're on dirty again from the leader from KD. He's got himself a lovely outfit on. He's got some traditional Islander clothing and showing his new tattoo that he's just got done over the last week or so. That would have cost an absolute bucket of UC, I would have thought. Everyone's not really moving around too much. They're still just finished off their dinner or putting on their slippers, getting themselves comfortable for game one. Cat's in there just having a chat with Daystalker, saying, good to see you back. Can't believe you passed last day's seminar. She had a bit of a struggle. She's still wearing the Velcro shoes there, Cat. I must admit, any of the things that I do say about any of the players in the scrims tonight, it's all just tongue-in-cheek, believe it or not. None of it's true. I'm just making it up as I go, just to fill in a few minutes between the fights. So we've got the plane line. We're going to fly across between Stabler and Severny from the north. We're going to head over Yaz and make all the way down to Millie. There's some great positions there for everyone to land tonight and obviously get themselves a bit of loot and then get themselves into those zones and make a good little fight so I can reel off and show some of the gameplay. I've been pretty impressed the last couple of casts that I've done, to be honest. It's been some great battles, some great rotations. I think a lot of the teams are really starting to gel, and then the quality of players are starting to step in and really make it a hell of a lot more difficult for the guys that have probably been hanging around for a while and thinking, oh, this is all a little bit easy, but now everyone's had to step their game up. So I've just let that kind of run its path, that plane. Dirty's still making a few decisions. We'll have a bit of a looky-see in a minute. Looks like Dirty might even go to Millie. Let's just have a look. Everyone's well spread. There's a couple over here though, and that's worked out well for me. Cat just appears to be above the water. She's going to go for a swim. No, here we go. So they look relatively close. So we've got Team 9 over the back there. They've landed oh, hang on, I thought that was Funny Quirks. It is. We've got a bit of a mixed bag there over at Waterworld, or Boatyard, whatever you'd like to call it. And then we've got, so what's Team 9? That's the Quackers. We've got Smelly's crew here, the Tush Pushers. I don't know if they've got themselves a vehicle there. That could be a bit of a touch difficult. Geez, I'd laugh if there was like a 3-seater in there or something. Or just the 2. So Smelly's going to grab the bike. Alien Baby and the crew are just going to get their loot on. I'm not sure if they've heard anything. They're getting themselves a few weapons. They've all got that corner there, so they may be able to hear a few footsteps. I see Freckle from Baker Munger's made his way in this evening. The man of the many sandwiches at Paran Market. Great to see you jump in tonight, mate. What's he doing? He's having to get his lick on there. He's just, he's obviously sending out a few messages to the friends, and he's realised that there's someone across the road there. So they've got themselves a vehicle. They're going to try and rotate out. Freckle might not want to stay there for too long, I wouldn't have thought, with the rotation of Native on the far left there. Probably a very early engagement. Ken's getting himself across the street there at the bridge and start laying a bit of fire on Freckle. I think that's a great sign for Freckle to get on their Lamborghinis and make his way up towards Rossok. Cat's already up there at the minute. I think Freckle's in a bit of strife here, to be honest. Oh, I can just see the edge of his little yellow mummy suit there. He's gone for another tree. Ken and Alien Baby are pushing across, and Hellier and Native are just holding their ways over there at Boatyard. Just getting a few other bits and pieces together. Freckle's down to half health from a few shots from Ken. Oh, and that's going to put Smelly down to the knee from Ken. So Smelly and Monkey's down from KD, and well, they're all down. So Cat's going to be on her own here. Freckle's been finished in game 1, and Smelly's just gathering his thoughts. I'm hoping he's keeping it all PC down here, Smelly. Beautiful car skin. That'll be the first booking appointment for Mark's Motors, just up the top of the hill there near Cat. So Smelly's just been finished off by Ken. And Kat's going to have to get rid of that crossbow. Get out of there. She can hear the noise in the background. She knows there's a bit going on. I'm sure all the comms are coming from the other three friends. She's on the Lamborghinis and she's on the way out of there. I wonder if there's anyone else close. Is there anyone else that you want to see? Aries is at work. Yeah, I spoke to him this morning. We've got two down here at Millie. So we've got the day shift, slot 7. Bandit just seems to be skating around the cross to the top of that waffle line. I'm not too sure why that's happening. And who else have we got here? We've got Team 2. We've got the hitting it raw. It's going to be a pretty raw battle down here at military base against the day shift, I would have thought. But Pookie Bear and Tay Money, Dirty and Mama, they're all a pretty good side, to be honest. I reckon it'll be a good little fight. So who are we missing? Enzy's up the back there. Bandit's just taking front there. He loves it. And then we've got two off to the side there, just trying to get an angle. Pookie and that are still at the back. They've obviously haven't found as much loot as they require. Pookie's getting a rotation. Might get some eyes on Hoppy eventually. So Enzy and Bandit are up together and Last Day and Hoppy are together. The KD side have managed to stay split. Mama or Tay Money have got a VSS, I believe. Let's have a look. No, that must have been Tay Money. She's just getting a heel on at the moment. She's copped a few whacks, I would suggest, from Hoppy or someone. Oh, and the mortars are up. Who's got that? Pookie's got the mortar out. He's flicking across a couple at the boys over here. They're going, oh no, we're in the opens here. So they've jumped in the car. Gee, that would have been unreal if that caught that. Hit the car. Oof. So the Bentley's off. They don't want to be booking that one into Mark Motors this afternoon. They obviously haven't got themselves enough loot yet. They're just going to let that go for a minute. Not too sure who's there. They haven't got themselves a knock. They probably haven't got enough things just yet. They look like they're going to roll out the back by the looks of things. Let's go back to Dirty. He's got himself an M4 and a Bison. Probably a little bit low on ammo on the Bison at the moment. I'm tipping he would have pumped a few out towards the VG friends there. But he's got himself level 2 gear, a few throwables and some meds. So he's pretty much ready to fight. Pookie's going to get himself a 2-seater. Tay Money's just looking for some meds. There's some on the roof here, Tay Money, if you can see him. There's a brand new level 2 vest there and a helmet all together. Look at that. So they got themselves some cars. They'll be looking to get their rotation on. Let's just open that up. Let's go and see who else we've got. Let's go and see where's the boys. Let's go up to Neck Week. So Neck Week and Daystalk are on their own at the moment. They've got themselves a set of keys there. I'm not sure where they are. If I can get rid of that, that'd be great. Where have they popped off to? So they're over near Milter Power. They've got themselves a set of keys. I'm not sure where the other two friends are. They've just gone in to get themselves a few bits and pieces from the safe room. Fill up the car over there at the service station. Get themselves some fuel. Very expensive at the moment. A lot of UC goes into the fuel. We all know how expensive fuel is at the moment. They can also nick inside and probably get themselves a few specials there. Get themselves a sausage roll and a can of Coke. Keep themselves upbound and ready to go. So everyone's still pretty well split at the moment. The Quackers and the Quackers are right up next, probably the closest two sides at the moment. Hell Yeah's jumped in. He's got the very fancy things. Got the white outfit with the Glacier helmet. Very stylish. Who else have we got here? We've got Kenny. He's got himself a lovely little outfit there. Beautiful backpack. We're not going for the camouflage struts tonight. These guys are pretty confident what they do. He's got himself an AK, and what else has he got himself? An M4. Typical Scrims loadout, I would have thought. Level 3 helmet there for one of the friends if they need it. Alien Baby's got the, I don't even know what you call that, but that is out of control, that outfit. That is awesome. The very gold backpack. Ren would be very find that very, I can't speak at the moment. I think I need another drink. She loves the gold things, let me tell you that. Anyway. Alright. It's going to be difficult. We're a couple of sheep short of a bit of a fight, I think. Hopefully that zone's been ramped up a bit. These guys are going to get their loot on. They've got themselves a car. They'll probably look for a second one. It's a buggy up the hill. We'll go back and have a bit of a look at the map in a minute. I'll just change it up. We'll go back to overall. Cat's still on her own. We'll leave her alone. We'll go down to the other part of the quackers. They're getting their rotation on. They haven't gone far, to be honest. They've gone up to the shop. They've obviously gone to go and see what Cat's up to, but I'm tipping she's gone far north, south, east or west, anywhere away from these guys, as she is now a solo for the Tushy Pushers. So if you're not familiar with Mark's Motors, that's Mark's Motors on the top of the hill. That's Gomer's business up on top of the hill. Unfortunately, he hasn't been able to jump in for a while, you know, and obviously you know why. With all these vehicles keeping getting damaged every week, they've got to go somewhere. The new store at Primos still hasn't been opened. The advertising hasn't been done by Hairy Hobo Design, so we're still working all that out. We haven't got a name together or anything, but you can see exactly why they're so busy. VG. I'm sure there's some kind of discount code when you arrive there. I'm not sure what you can do with your premiums. I'm sure they have some kind of discount for you guys that all play in the scrims. There's some fancy cars. You can see that you can get the new upgraded pack there for your Aston Martin. I'm not sure what kind of packs they are. You'll have to speak to Gomer. Give him a ring. He's always up for a bit of a chat. Hopefully there's a bit more going on soon. We've got the drop coming in. Let's go and have a looky-see. And that's in the water. Can't be empty. It's a FAMAS. Can't say I'll be swimming out there to get that one myself. I'd probably be silly enough to go and have a look for it though. We've got the next drop coming in. That's over the back. We'll go and have a look at that one as well. See if there's anything in particular that we'd like. We're not going to get the opportunity to see what that is at the moment. And it's another FAMAS. We're going double FAMASes at the moment. That's a bit of a shame, really. I'd love to see an AWM pop out. Try and get a few more cracking shots from the other week that we saw. So these guys are in the middle. The day shift is still out in the zone there. They're at Novo having a bit of a fist around. Just chatting about last day's seminars, how that's all been going. Three Fingers Deep have made themselves to school and apartments. They've just got themselves in the middle of zone, not doing anything too silly, just getting a good rotation in. Looking after those cars. They've got a spare horse over the back there if they feel like running the race tonight. But it's going to be difficult until this zone really starts to push them into each other. Well, great parking. Definitely won't get a ticket. The car seems to be in good nick, and it sounds like, from what I can tell, in the sky, there we go. We've got a yeet plane. I wonder who that could be. Is that going to be KD, VG or FQ? Oh, hang on. Teammate have just rolled past. The Funny Quirks, they've rolled up to the apartments. Funny Cracker and the gang. He's got himself an MK. So he's obviously been to the shop, got himself an advanced gun, and he's picked up the MK there. And he's got himself an AKM as well. So he's a full sevens man tonight. Well, he's just thrown a molly at Daystalker, and it's just gone off to the far right of him a bit there. Probably just singed the back of Daystalker's socks. Another throwable coming up on the roof. Nade. So we've got Therapy and Fatty 69 just up on the southern side of the hill. And then we've got the day shift over at the school. They've come over for a bit of a looky-see. It's all pretty amicable at the moment. Nothing going too silly. We know there's still a lot of people around. Bandits rolling in from the compound over at the side there, which we like to call our house. Hoppy's obviously going to get eyes on the other two players from Crackers. Oh, and it's on. Therapy's throwing a few bullets out the window, but they're just booking themselves into Mark's Motors by the looks of things. Bandit is out the front of the back of the school there. The front or the back, I'm not too sure. He's got Funny Quacker and Heavy Joker. Enzy's on the little shack there. Ooh, out come the throwables. So Three Fingers Deep have managed to stay over at the apartments unharmed, and the day shift are throwing a few throwables in towards the Quackers. Oh, we're getting a few shots flung across from Three Fingers Deep. Enzy's pretty low. Sounds like he's had a molly thrown in there. Maybe another throwable coming in. Last day's low. Bandit's low. He's sitting right next to a fuel tank that's on fire. Not a pro strat that I'll be taking on. They've just started to pull back by the looks of the thing there. Enzy's down to a knee, which I've missed, unfortunately. No one's willing to push out in the open at the moment. I can hear another buggy, though. So VG versus FQ at the moment. Bandit's just taken down Funny Quacker. And he's thrown a secondary. Oh, it's a molly. That's going to tickle the back of the toes of Funny Quacker. Therapy's been put to a knee by Bandit as well. And we've got Kat rolling around on the northern side of Rozok, just coming for a bit of a look. She's obviously gone and got herself a decent scope. Therapy's still down. Quacker's just gone and put himself in the car just to get himself a few meds on. Bloody 69's trying to fit a lead through the doorway. Quacker's in the car there, just getting some heals on. Where's Kat? Kat's flicking the mini down there and hit Quacker, I believe. Oh, and they've got back in the window. So, Bandit's just been hit by a Cat and put down to the knee from the top of Rozok. So FQ are pretty sore at the moment. They're just getting a bit of a heal on. Oh, there's some spikes there, boys. Might be able to use them later on in the game. You never know. So there you go. Quack is just going for a bit of a crawl around the back there. I'm pretty sure the comms would be going pretty crazy for him. What can Cat see? She's got a rotation on. There's a tree there, Cat. Daystalker's just finished off Quacker and he's just picked up the points for him, a knock from VG. Let's get back into Floody 69. He's a bit low. He's obviously copped a few shots from Three Fingers Deep over at the apartments. Last day's just put down Habib Joker. Cat's over the back there towards Pachinki. She's just not doing anything silly. She's just going to knock a few friends over and see if she can get a couple extra points, along with a few placement points. Floody 69's low, obviously taking a few shots from the boys at the back. Let's just see what they can see. Is that Tony? Tony's got the bison there. So where was that? The other boys are on the far building. Someone's got themselves a decent weapon, I would have thought. Nah, just a decent shot. So what do we got? Last day's full health. VG are full health. Cat's taken a few whacks, I reckon, from the boys over at apartments as well. Don't forget to press that reaction button if you're in the chat. If you die early and you're listening, I'd be much appreciated. Press that thing, spam it. If you're at work, press that thing as much as you can. Cat's just fired a few away at someone. She's got herself an 8X there. She's dismantling that car. That's another car that's going to be booked into Mark's Motors. I can already hear Gomer in the background pulling his hair out. That's 3 cars booked in and we're not even halfway through game 1. We've got 28 players left. Therapy's back full again. These guys are all in zone here, so they don't need to do anything overly silly. But unfortunately, Funny Quirks are down to 3. Probably starting to get a bit low on throwables. Oh, and that's a great knock by Hoppy. Where is he? Oh, he's gone for a push, I think. It'd be pretty smart too, because it's a 1v4. Be a great option. Unfortunately, Bandit in the last day at the back. Enzy hasn't pushed in, and Hoppy's gone in on his own. Oh, where is he? I can't wait to let me press him. Hoppy's got another one. Where is he? There he is. Oh, he's got a lot of them. Hoppy, stop it. Well done, Hoppy. So that's a few sets of points for the day shift. Last day's just looking at the eyes on Three Fingers Deep there. Obviously, Daystalker's just jumped on the car for a rotation because it looks like zone shifted. I'll just go and have a quick look at that. It's all starting to get in a bit closer now. Everyone's got to get in. I reckon these guys are going to run into some people soon. There we go. Have a look at that. Alien Baby, Mama's there from Team 2. Hitting it raw. And we got the Quackers driving past. They're getting themselves a bit of real estate for the final zone. Well done, Hoppy, eh? I'll be giving him a GG's too there, monkey. So they're just looking for some real estate. They've heard the noises over there. They're having a bit of a look around, thinking about where if there's another car, and there's another two coming. So you got Ken and Hellier at the top. This is probably going to be our next battle. I might just hang here for a bit. Obviously, Daystalker and the Day Shift have gone for a rotation to get themselves in the zone. These guys I wouldn't have suggested be parking out in the middle of the field until a little bit later in this circle. Until they really get the zone up to the back of them. Oh, and Daystalker's just put down Enzy. So that's still happening over at the school. I'll just get that out of the way. So Enzy's gone down twice in this game so far. So he'll be looking forward to a bit of a rest after game one. Daystalker's going to eat a bit of blue over here. So he's getting himself in the Bentley and he's going to start rolling himself the circle. Go Daystalker. Good to see you back in, mate. Hellyeah's just taken down Pookie Bear. So that's back where we were. They're all going to start moving in. I better get myself back here, otherwise I'm going to miss it. Where's Pookie? Oh no, the times are bad. Oh, let's get in. Where are they? The boys are on the stairs. Take's just here. Oh, she's taking a knee from Hellyeah. Dirty's just been taken down, and that's the end of hitting it raw. They just hit him raw there, by the way, the Quackers. Tony's just put down Bandit, so there's obviously a drive-by going on here somewhere. Where's that happening? Bandit's up here, he's down. Tony's pushed it in, and it won't let me click on him. Great. Tony's just finished Bandit. So he's missed that rotation, unfortunately. So that would appear that the Day Shifter down to 2. Cat's on her own. So I would have thought, ooh, get yourself some heals in there, brother. Hoppy's low as well. He might get himself a bit of a bad time when he runs into 3 fingers deep. Tony's just gone down a zone. Hoppy's car's low on fuel. He's the last one up. Oh, they're going to hear him in a minute. Who's he going to run into? Which KD team does he want to say hello to? We've got Spit on it. And Neckweek's just finished off the Day Shift there in game 1. So Tony's just crawling his way in. I don't think he's going to make that, unfortunately. Nice toe. Nice toe knee. So we're still on the top of the hill and out of zone. Daystalker's pushing up. He's going to say hello to the friends for just Spit on it. And I think that's what he wants to do. He wants to go and say hello and just spit on a few of things of them. They must be just over the back of the crest there. Dread and who else we got? Fat Kiwi. Bio's just rotating at the back. Dread's just been put down by a knee by Daystalker. So the comms will be out at the moment. The other 2 boys are on the side, so they've got themselves a nice little triangle there. Great molly, unfortunately just a little bit off to the side. Ooh, Risk has just had a bit of a tickle from Daystalker, but I'm pretty sure the other 2 boys are going to come in. At very least get this knock and get themselves into circle. So Risk just taken a knee from Daystalker, and they've finished those guys in game 1. So we've got the Quackers coming up the hill. They're coming out of zone up here. Let's see what they can see. They're going to come in for a third party. The Quackers and 3 fingers deep, they're all going to die to zone here. Who's down in circle? The smartest player here would be the one that's in zone. That's Bio down the bottom. All these guys are going to go to circle, I think. Ken's just put down Daystalker and finished Daystalker, unfortunately. Native's just jumped in the car. I think he's going to have to go his own. Decoy might run into Bio here. So they've got 2. Fat Kiwi's going to be finished. Oh, he's running to another KD side. They're still in the blue. People, get to zone. Netweek is just taking someone down. Tank is just, oh, here we go. The player zone's back on. So it's either going to be KD or the player zone that are going to take out game 1. And Cat's still alive. Look at her go. Smelly and Monkey have just gone back to put their slippers on. Get themselves ready for game 2. Alien Baby's just taken out Tank. That must be over here. And got themselves back to circle. So they're all pretty low there, the other KD side. Arnie Nye's just gone down to blue. Bio's gone down to blue. We should remember from the previous weeks, ladies and gentlemen, how important it is to get yourselves to circle. The Quackers might have themselves an easy win here. They're all on one tree. One good nade will finish them. And that's the end of them. Alien Baby's just taken out Bio and Tank to finish them. So we've got what do we got? We've got a team of 3 versus Cat. They're pushing up. Alien Baby's having a bit of a look for Cat. She's got the mini out. That'll give a few shots away. Oh, they're trying to find her. I can't even find her. She's behind the tree, half flipped, just next to the car there, unfortunately. So she's got 3 coming. Alien Baby's just going to push up. She's just got her heel off. Oh, well done, Cat. You've just missed that one. Cat's out of zone, so these guys don't have to do anything ridiculous. Alien Baby's going to come past for another swoop, I think. Try and get the hit on the car. And jump in the... Oh, there we go. The Quackers. FQ Quackers. FQ2, the Quackers have taken out game 1 with an outstanding amount of kills. Alien Baby's got 3. Natives with 1. Ken's got himself 6. And Helier's got 2. So what have we got there? That's 12 kills. The Day Shift have come in at 2nd place with no kills. Great effort, Cat, on your own. Hopefully if you can sort out your rotation for game 2. And then I think that was it just spit on it? Or just the tip? I'm not too sure, but I know the 4th position was definitely 3 fingers deep. The stars of the match tonight, clearly Ken was outstanding in that first game with 6 eliminations, 734 damage. Funny Quackers, Farty 69. He's got the 4 rescues. He's been busy on picking up the friends on their knees. Hopefully they can return the favour in the following games. And then Alien Baby with the final elimination with 3 kills. Well done, FQ. Whew. That's 1 game down. There's been no preparation tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Saturday I had a little bit of preparation time, tried to do a couple of things. Tonight, apparently we're going in raw, and I'm only just using the tip. Now, none of these connotations have been brought on by me. These have been the team names that have been placed for this week. So if you are offended, put it in the chat. I'll get Ran or Hoppy to console you, and we can chat about it, and we can work out what we can do for next week. But the other thing that you need to do, press that reaction button, get it going again. Freckles trying to get me in. I think he knows I'm doing a stream. But unfortunately, you're going to have to wait until after the games. The games are finished tonight, Freck. We'll talk about cheeses and fromage in about an hour's time. We're at 7:27. So we've got the full minutes out of that first game. 27 minutes. I think the longest air angle I've actually streamed has been 33 or 34 minutes. But with that zone wound up, we know what we need to do next game. Don't worry about these little silly battles. Get in that car. A couple of teams did very well. Got themselves to zone early. But got caught up. Got caught up with a bit of some shenanigans in the blue. Well done, Hoppy. I can see that you've put yourself a little emoji there in the chat. I'm pretty sure you'd be pretty chuffed about that. That'll be in the social medias this week, no doubt. I'm sure it's already in the chat. You might be able to tag Aries there and just let him know early before he finishes work tonight how you went in game 1. So I'm back into the room. I'll jump in next to Vicky. Everyone should even just thank Vicky and KD for putting these rooms on. It's a lot of effort that goes in. I've jumped in the driver's seat, which is no mean feat on its own by any means, but the effort that these guys put in to get these rooms together, that are free, I might add. Tell your mates and your friends, get them in here. Tell them to get the banter back in the OCE. I did play a couple of WoWs this afternoon before I jumped on the stream. Met a couple of crew from the FQ clan. There was LFG there. There was a couple of old VG players there. Isaac, and there was Bubbles. Maybe they'll get a team in the next couple of weeks. Make sure you get out there and tell all your friends. I've tried to reach out to Boom Nation this week as well. I haven't seen him on stream for a while, but hopefully tagged something on his chat as well. Dirty's been tagging stuff. Cat from VG's been tagging stuff. You know, We're all tagging stuff. We just need the numbers in the rooms. Then well, bottom line, I don't have to feather around for the first 10 minutes and come up with like just ridiculous stuff, which hopefully keeps you entertained. But we're into Game 2. Game 2's Miramar, the Mexican desert. I look forward to a lot of the battles here. One of my favourite maps, another big map, an 8x8 map. It's where your chicken dinners can end up with a side of sand and obviously some extreme heat dehydration. The seminar at Picado's finished this week. You've all missed out on the party at Hacienda that was put on by Three Fingers Deep, the Win 94 shootout party. But maybe it's on again this week. Maybe First Day's running the seminar. But I'd like to see people at San Martin, Picado, all those great spots. Whether you jump there first or you go get yourself somewhere, land yourself somewhere at Campo Militar or Truck Stop or Water Treatment. You know, somewhere that you're familiar with. Somewhere you know where there's a few cars. I'd probably run more than 2 cars, really. You can see what happens when you're all in one car together and, you know, there's multiple teams shooting down your car. It can be a very bad time. I'd be just getting yourself to a decent complex. I wouldn't be trying to get yourself a car straight off the bat. The loot is high. You should be able to nearly kit a squad in a couple of buildings. Even if you just trash loot, get yourself a bit of a feel for it. Get yourself a bit of a rhythm. There's some younger fingers in these rooms that are going to obviously outshoot myself and anyone else in here. So just change your style of gameplay. If it's a slower type of gameplay, that's fine. The turtle sometimes wins the race against the hare. Pardon me. What are we at? We're at 7:31. We've got 29 in the room. Flatty 69 hasn't jumped. Oh, hang on, I pressed the wrong buttons there. Who's that? We've got Freckle there. We've got Maker Munger Man here. Freckle. He's got himself a lovely little backpack. We'll jump back. I've obviously pressed the wrong button there. Flatty 69's trying to get himself down in his spot. So we must be nearly all there. We're only missing a couple of solos in each team. We're missing one from Just Spit on It and one for Just the Tip. I can give you a tip. You're going to need 4 players. From what I've seen in that first game, if you've only got 3 and you're missing that meat shield or that person that carries the fuel, it's going to be very tough. NZ8. Oh, I read that completely wrong. NZ881. Nice Tony. Nice job, Tony. Very well done. Took out Bandit in that game 1 out in the blue. I took off a bit early. I probably should have let them finish their rotation, get themselves out of the buildings, and we probably would have got a bit more footage there. If there's anyone that you want to see their stats, or even during the gameplay that you want to see one of your teams, give your team a shout out, give your clan a shout out. Keep the chat rolling over. I can still see Hoppy's little emote there. If there's any important information you think that I'm going to need to get myself through this next stream, put it in there. If you've got any ideas, put them in the chat and we can push them into the following weeks. But we're off into Game 2, Miramar, the Mexican desert. Hopefully to see a few down at Miramar and Hacienda. San Martin. We're back on dirty again. We'll just jump up and just see if anyone's got any little fancy things, little fancy cars or any little particular outfits. Oh, hang on. Quacker's having a bit of a chat with Kenny here. Ken's just letting him know what they did in the first game, I would have thought there. He's just saying, oh, so we're Team 2, are we? Name changing coming for Quacker next week there at this stage. That'll create a bit of banter in the FQ chat. Got himself a bit of a dance line there. That'll stretch everyone's legs before the hot sun of Miramar. Everyone seems to have put their outfits in for the camouflage into the sand there, I would have thought. A couple of outfits that might camouflage into a few crates. Gee, that's quite spectacular, isn't it? Oh, Ken's doing a thing. Good luck, guys. Game 2, Miramar. So we are going to look at the line, and we're going from the northwesterly region from Trailer Park, heading straight over the Crater Shields and El Pozo, over Hacienda del Patron, San Martin, and heading our way over to Truck Stop, and maybe even just to the north. You could head off to Al-Azhar if you wanted to. Once again, we're with Dirty. It seems to be the easiest thing for me to do. I'll stay with him. I'll let everyone make a few good decisions. I do believe I forgot to put a delay on the stream tonight from what I've been told in the chat. There wouldn't be anyone in his stream sniping. Surely not. So Dirty's out of the plane. Not sure where he's off to. We'll have a bit of a look at the sky. We'll leave him alone. We've got San Martin over the back there. We'll have a look at the spread. See if there's anyone clustered and close. Not really. We'll jump onto the day shift. We're with Last Day. He's obviously worked out how to do the shoelaces. He's been running the seminars for all the other clans that have had a night off. He's made himself back into the day shift. My first day, I think's at work tonight. Enzy's got in there with him. Ever reliable Hoppy. I think Aries is at work tonight as well. But they've got themselves El Pozo by the looks of things. They have got a squad not far away. Just over to the southeast there at 170, I believe. I wonder if that comes up on ground. Let's just have a look. No, not at this stage. So they're not in render. I'm not too sure who they were. They've got the Storm coming in the background there. Hopefully Bandit's got himself some eye protection because he's out in the open. Doesn't want to cop any of that sand in his eyes. He's just over at the Devil's Anarch. This is one of Gamer's little calls that he had. The Devil's Anus, I believe he called it. I'm not sure where he came up with that. But I'm keeping it alive for you, Games. Enzy's got himself a shotgun and a chicken gun, better known as the M762. These guys are going to be here for a while. Bandits obviously hasn't got the glasses on, so he can't see what's going on. We might just move. Oh, we've had a southerly shift. Far out. KD is still flying in. Don't know where they are there at the minute. That's a beautiful thing. That's PUBG Mobile at its finest. Oh, jeez. Here we go. So they've made their way out to Campo Militar. I wonder if we can see that other squad over to the back. They weren't too far away. So that's Team 3, just the tip. They're just going to... Decoy looks like he's just going to put his tip straight into the stadium there. Dread's going to make himself way down to Campo Militar. They've got themselves nice and well spread. They can utilise the loot that's there and get themselves all ready to drive himself back into zone. I wonder if they've actually seen that zone shift at the moment. It is out of control. We might have a fight over here, actually. So who have we got here? We've got 3 fingers deep, and there's another squad in the vicinity. Oh, here they are. Team 4. Just the tip. I give you the tip. They're going to have a bit of strife here. Where's Daystalker? He's on the shifty business somewhere for sure. Where is he? I can't see him at the minute. Maybe he's down the bottom warehouses there. Arnie Nye, Moods and Tanker over the back there. I'm wondering if they've heard any noises yet. Let's go and have a look at Arnie Nye. No, I don't think she's heard anything yet because we've got the Storm going over the top. Oh yeah, Daystalker's down at those bottom warehouses on the northern side, down in the gully there. Refinator's just taken out Monkey. Where the hell's that? It's obviously not there. Where are we going along here? Overalls. Where's Monkey? He's down to a knee. Monkey's been finished. Refinator's just taken out Cat. Well, they're having a bad time there, the old tushy pushers. Therapy's pushing over as well. Who are we missing here? Why is it not moving? Oh man, I can't move this Smelly's gone down to Refinator. Let's see if I can flick onto Freckle. Get back into the eye in the sky. Floody 69 just finished off Smelly. So we've got the same thing again, unfortunately. Their colours must have been very similar on the fly-in, so I didn't see that the both of them were there. So Freckles jumped in the car. He's going to get himself out of there. He's got a bit of a lonely journey across Miramar with 29 still alive. So that's the Quackers. Reefinator's jumped in. They've obviously subbed someone in. They've finished dinner. Reefinator's jumped in there with Floody 69, Therapy, and Fuddy Quacker. So I think they're at Chumasira, are they? No, Montenegro. Chumasira is unpopulated at the moment. That'd probably be a good spot for Freck to go and have a look at. I'm sure. Surely he's not having a look, is he? Well, he's got an SLR with a 6X. Ooh. See if we can get a bit of fist on. Oh, he's just having a bit of a look. There you go. Oh, now you're in strife. And I reckon you're going to see the marks in about 2 seconds. The bloke's looking at you in the background. There you go. Oh, SKS with a red dot. Floody 69. And a candid side, I might add. Quacker's got himself an 8 with an SKS. Oh, and that's the end of Freckle in game 2. So the Tushy pushers are getting their tush pushed in at the moment, unfortunately, in game 1 and game 2. That's going to make it hard for them to get to the top of the leaderboard tonight. Smelly and the crew. So we've got the Devil's Anarch 2.0 there. Over at Montenegro. So these guys are all on their own. They'll be able to loot themselves up. FQ. Probably thought they might have done a bit better in game 1, but it was FQ2 that managed to come out with the chocolates. We've still got these guys over here. They've obviously let them go. Daystalker's like, nah, leave them go. Leave them alone. They're KD friends. Let them go and get a bit of loot. We'll let them go. Oh, bad times. Loyals. Lucky the durability of the monster truck doesn't make itself to Marks Motors very often with the high axle and lift kit on. That's also another upgrade that you can get there at Marks Motors. I'm not sure if he's opening a four-wheel drive shop yet, Gomer. I'll have to have a chat with him about that over the weekend. You can see they've got the upgraded pack there with the purple shark skin on it. Quite effective when you're trying to camouflage in the sand areas of Miramar. So Tank, Arnie, Nye and Bio and Moods, they're just going to get their thoughts back together. They obviously had a bit of a scare over there towards Three Fingers Deep. They can get their loot on. They can make their way in the zone. They can bamble around. These guys up here are probably going to end up the same way they did in game 1. Fat Kiwi and Decoy. You just need to get in that car, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see what I can find. So you got a muscle car at the back there. And you got a four-wheel drive at the front. But I can't see anyone else at the moment. Fat Kiwi's just having a bit of a spell there. Where's the rest of them? So Alien Baby and the crew, the winners of game 1. Natives managed to jump in with them. Fly the flag for the FQ2 side. They're just on the edge of zone as well. Not doing anything too silly. Oh, what's happened there? Oh, Alien Baby's just in the buggy. Oh, far out. Bad times. So we're still getting a bit of a loot on in the blue here. This next zone's really going to be the one that's going to hurt. Oh no, hang on a minute. Put it in yours over here. He's chasing the KD friends. So Three Fingers Deep have just rolled into just the tip. Tony's after more than the tip. He wants to take the lot. He's going to take out the whole lot of these guys, I think. Tony, after he's taken out Bandit in game 1. Daystalker's going to see the vehicle there. So they've lost their wheels there, Arnie Nye. She's marked some 5s. I'm wondering if they know that they're all there. I haven't heard any shots go off yet. So Neckweek and Buddha are there still at the back. Daystalker's on the rotation. He's going to get eyes in a couple of seconds, I would have thought. He's got himself a Mini and an AK. Level 3 gear. Oh, and there's Tanky. You want to start jumping around a little bit there, Tank. That's going to put Tanky to a knee. Might even get a clear on that. The smoke doesn't come out quickly. Oh, this could be another friend as well. He's got another one there. Arnie Nye's going to take a knee from Daystalker. They've got 2 down there from just the tip. A lot of fighting out in the blue again, which is fine. They're pushing in on foot, but they're getting a few throwables in there and throwing a bit of soft cover just to make it a bit more easy on the advance. Knucklez just put down tank and Knucklez just put down bio, so there was only one up there, Moods. Tony's on the side rotation, so he might even get the clear here. Oh, Moods is low. Moods is on her own, probably trying to get a health off there. Bit of bullying going on here from Three Fingers though. Played with Moods early in the week. I'm pretty sure she's going to be telling them about it in the chat pretty soon. Don't need to delay tonight. Nah, I pressed the wrong buttons, unfortunately. Technical difficulties, Vicky. I was running a little bit late. And Three Fingers Deep have just taken out just the tip. They've taken the lot. Like I said, Tony's taken the lot. They're going to get back in the car. They're going to pinch all their things that they've worked so hard for. Who we got here? What's Bandit doing? Bandit's still getting his loot on. 2 of the boys are in the car. Enzy and Last Day are obviously pretty keen because they haven't been in for a while. They've filled up the car. They've been to the shop. They've got a car each. Bandit's got himself a brown Murado. Hasn't spent the money on the upgrades at Mark Motors yet. I'm sure old Hoppy has. Oh, I can't even click on him. I'm pressing button. I nearly put my finger through the screen there. Hoppy's got himself a pretty little flash little buggy there. Got himself an M24. Unbeknownst to the other gun he's got, I probably would have thought it'd be an AUG or an M4. They've got themselves into zone. Can't see anyone else around them at the moment. So I've got a little bit more waffling on to get on with. Because there was a heap coming in from the north. And they were still coming in from the blue. Oh, that is going to hurt from back there. That is bad times. We've got the drop here. Let's go and have a look. The new drops just landed. Oh, you wouldn't believe it. 3 in a row. We've got the Famous. And then we'll get back up here. We'll have a look at this one. It's a P90. I was going to say, if it's another Famous, 4 in a row, I'll go and buy a lottery ticket. Go and buy a lottery ticket. I don't think anyone will be coming for that. That's out on the far eastern coast of Miramar. On your way to Sonok. You can see Sonok not far over in the far distance. On a clear day, you can really see the top of boot camp from there. We might have to get ourselves back into the middle. These guys here, I don't know why they're in the blue, but they're hitting some rough terrain there. Risking the gang from Team 3. Just spit on it. I think that's what they needed to do to get the Carby to start. They were having a few issues. They couldn't get it started out in their Campo Militar. I think that's why they left the muscle car behind. Try and get some extra lubricants if you need them for your vehicle. They've got them at Mark's Motors. There's a special on Valvoline there, I'm pretty sure. Oh, they've got all the stuff there for your caring needs. We'll get back to the Quackers. They're still getting their loot on. Floody 69s. Just having a little bit of a look up on the cliff there. They've obviously got eyes on VG Day Shift there. They're over in that compound there. I didn't realise they were so close there. So Quacker's just throwing a few SKS shots off. Just having a bit of a look at the wall there, and he's sending out a few comms to the friends. Day Shift aren't quite in render range at the minute, but they obviously can see their vehicles, so they've probably touched up a few tyres. They've hidden their vehicles pretty well from what I can see, these guys. They've got a van at the top there just in case. Floody 69's having a bit of a look. Let's see if he's got himself an 8. See what he can see. This is probably the closest battle at the moment without bringing up the map too often. Yeah, if I end up streaming on Saturday nights, I'll make sure that the delay's on. But I'd already started. I was running late, so I noticed pretty much once I went to check my sound, and I was like, oh. It is better for the chat if people are writing in the chat for me. I can respond straight away. Anyone else getting in there close? Maybe we'll just jump up with Poogie if it'll let me click on him, but it won't. So we'll get out of that. We'll go this way. We'll go the old traditional way. We'll hit Poogie. He's on foot. They're just waiting for the zone shift, and then they'll talk about their next rotation. Team 2. Hitting it raw. Like I said, all of the KD teams have got themselves a bit of a theme tonight. Whether it's what part of the gun it is, it's all got some kind of connectivity to some kind of weapon. So hitting it raw, I'm pretty sure that's to do with the buck stop on the back of the gun. Just hitting your shoulder. It could be something else, I'm not too sure, but if someone could enlighten me, it'd be much appreciative. So they've obviously worked out the zone shifted. We've got another drop coming in. That's coming in from the north, heading directly down to the south. You think it's fine with no delay, Vicky? Oh, that's sweet. Oh, we've got another zone shift. We'll have a look at this little drop down here. Oh, you wouldn't believe it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a famous. So VG have played a few scrims over the years. Bandit and the crew. You can see they're doing that early rotation. So if you end up losing the car in this size zone, you might get yourself an extra circle. You can maintain your real estate for a longer period of time. Pretty smart move. It doesn't all come from the front of the gun to win a game. There is a little bit of oh, there we go. There's another booking, I think. Nearly, almost. No, not quite. So VG have rotated in early. Got themselves some real estate. Hopefully they can get a couple of circles out of that. I can't see anyone else in close. I see the Quackers were over the back there somewhere towards the Storm, back at Montenegro. And here they come. I can see them. They're coming in. No, that's not the Quackers. That's Dirty in the crew. That's hitting it raw. Or they might be hitting it raw if they want that warehouse. Let's just jump back in the eye of the sky. No one in the background of them. But they've got the day shift friends over the back. Bandit's going to hit the back cliff, so they've got the back of the zone in play, I would have thought. Hitting it raw are going to cop a bit from the Storm. They'll probably need to get themselves a bit of protection hitting it raw. Don't want any mistakes popping up. We'll have a look at that. That's the graphics we've got to deal with there. I don't know what's going on. The boys are out. They've hit the Storm. They've all jumped in the car. Clearly the damage doesn't affect you as much as when you're in the car as when you're out in the open. They're having a bit of a chat there, having a drink in the back, obviously playing a few tunes. They're missing a player at the moment. There's only the 3 of them there. Clearly not one of them's one of the other players. Who would that be? I wasn't even checking there, to be honest. So Mama, Dirty... Oh, here we go. There we go. Tay Money's there. They must have known that they were down there, saw a vehicle on a late rotation. Maybe they saw the tyre tracks through the sand. I'm not too sure. But they've got eyes over that warehouse. They want to be careful being in the open. Ooh, and here we go again. Dirty's got the mollies out. Sending them in raw. Dirty, they're not there, bro. Save them for the next circle, brother. Let's see if there's any other clusters that are starting to get a little bit close. See if I can try and pick out that next battle, which might be here. And I've pressed... Oh, I pressed the wrong things. Riskers have got the 8X there on the DSR, level 3 gear. Couple of throwables. They can see 3 fingers deep over the back, perhaps. Looking in the direction, but I don't know if they know they were there. Pretty sure Fat Kiwi's going to find out the hard way. Oh, we're not stopping there. Bad real estate. So the comms will be out there from Fat Kiwi going, nah, we need a new shed. That one's occupied. That one is occupied. Just spit on it. And 3 fingers deep. With a long-range battle, they'll probably go for a bit of tit for tat, but I would have thought these guys would probably want to get themselves and their cars ready. So you've got minute 17 until the next circle closes, and they're still out. They're going to get hit up by these guys. Oh, Buddha-Ninja's got himself an M24 on top of the roof there. He's got good eyes from that position, from what I can see. Just pop in behind him. Fat Kiwi's on the right. Risky's just taken down Daystalker and put him to a knee. That'll be in the chat very momentarily, I would have thought. Tony's going to rotate and get him up. Fat Kiwi's going for the northern rotation. So they've got a double 1 and a 1. And the other guys here, they're all clustered. which is unusual for Three Fingers Deep. They usually like to spread a bit. But being such a large map, no one's really died yet. We've got the day shift in the background. Of course we have. So Daystalker's just getting some meds on. Alien Baby's just put down Pookie Bear. I'm not too sure where that battle is. I'll just stay here for a minute. Unless it starts to kick off a bit. Daystalker's just returned fire and put Risk down to a knee. And Risk is on their own. Hopefully got a bit of hard cover. Yeah, got a couple of bales. I think that car's going to be in for a booking soon. Oh, that is definitely in for a booking. Lucky that little fence is there. The boys are flicking some bullets towards them. Ken's just put down Mama. That's the Quackers. Where's Ken? Kenny, what's going on? So Mama's just taken a knee from Ken from a nade. So they're all quite close. And Kenny be asking for the rest of the team to roll in. Alien Baby's on the northern side, so just getting a bit of a wrap. Ken's pulling back because he's obviously got a little bit too much stress happening. It's hard to spread when you're Three Fingers Deep. That is very true, Aries. That is very true. I'm not going to add to that. I'll save that for a later date. Oh, so we've got all the Quackers here. The Quackers and the Quackers, and we've got, what have we got here? Hitting it raw. Oh, so Mysterious Raz has just taken down Floody 69 and Reefinator. And he's out in the blue, eating blue. So they're all out of blue here. I'd be getting in the car if you've got one and getting yourself to circle. Buddha-Dinya's just putting down Risk again. And Therapy's just taken down Ken. So that's down in here. Floody 69's looking for his keys. Reefinator's back up and throwing a few towards the guys next to the car there. Mysterious. Quacker's still down. He'd be yelling at the boys. Come on, give me up, get me up. So Native's just finished off Floody 69 and Reefinator. And that's the Quackers done. So FQ2 have really started to touch up the number one side there for the FQs. They've still got Hitting It Raw at the back. Day Shift is still over on that back cliff. And I think they're just towards 120 was where Three Fingers Deep were. They'd all be looking to get themselves to circle pretty soon, I would have thought. So, surprisingly, you wouldn't believe it, but the Day Shift are in zone. Last day's just about put Pookie to a knee. These boys are they're gonna go down a circle lane over there, I would have thought, the way it's going. Enzy's got himself an N4 and he's just laying a few bullets down on Alien Baby. Pookie's just put down Alien Baby with a DBS. Let's get over there and stick in the... Oh, Pookie's down to a knee. And being finished by Last Day. Last Day has stolen the points. And it's frozen up again. Awesome. Native's still there and Tay Money's on the push. Oh, and put him down. Tay Money's taken the push and put Native down. So you've got two knocked there for the other FQ side. Probably want to clear them if you want to push yourself into zone. Oh, Dirty, you're going to have to get up now. Get some throwables in there, but here comes the blue. This will finish these five guys, unfortunately. Hopefully they've got a vehicle. They're not going to be able to take theirs, otherwise it's going to have to engage. The Day Shift are throwing some extra bullets. T-Bunny's taken the kill from Native. Last Day's just put down Mysterious. Bandits just put down Daystalker. That's up over the other side here. Tony's down from Bandits. That's two knocks. Great shot. Jeez. Dread's out the back of there in the blue. Bandits on the push there on a bit of a rotation. I'll just jump back a bit. So we've still got just the tip. Oh no, it's just spit on it, just at the back there. Tony and Daystalker are on the knee. Dirty's gone down to play zone. Risk's gone down to play zone. Dirty's been finished. Tay Money's been done by play zone again. Must get the zone, ladies and gentlemen. Risk's still on the crawls there, by the looks of things. It just made it in. So we've got a bit of a triangle here. We've got a KD VG triangle. Risk has been finished for the game 2. See in game 3, Risk. Well, unlucky. We'll get over the back there, see what Decoy can see. He's copping a few bullets. They're hitting the top of the sand there from Bandit. He's just trying to see where Enzy. He's just had half a hit in the head there. Oh, they've got themselves a little mound. A mound of dirt. And in between of all of here, there is just more mounds of dirt. So Hoppy's throwing a few bullets in. Last Day's throwing a few towards Three Fingers Deep. He's really stepped up Last Day. Now that he's worked out how to do his shoes up, he won't trip over on these big maps as much. Buddadinya's just put down Dread. So I think Dirty's on his own. He's in a bit of a KD sandwich there. Enzy's just knocked... stop. Enzy's just taken a couple extra kills. So VG are the only ones in zone here. Daystalker's pretty sore again. We'll have a look. We'll see what's there. We've got an MG3 in the drop. Fresh level 3 gear. I would be after that for sure. Neckweek's just finished off Decoy with Buddadinya. They're going to get themselves in the car and they're going to have to push pretty quick. But I think we're going to lose next week there. Daystalker's got no lid. Well, it could be just the Buddadinya's down to player zone. Or Daystalker's got no helmet, so he's been put down to a knee by... And whoa. I didn't even get to finish that. I think VG come out in front there. They did. Velocity Gaming, the day shift, have come out first place in game 2. Miramar, Bandit's got himself 3 kills. Last day's pulled his weight and got himself a couple of kills. Hoppy's still shaking his hands out from last game after getting himself a cheeky little squad wipe. 3 Fingers Deep have come in at second. Neckweek with 3. Buddadinya with 1. Daystalker with 2. Another outstanding effort by those guys. I think that was the tip, or it was something raw or something there. The 3 other teams there from KD. It does make it difficult for me to remember. I probably should have updated my list once I'd seen the players. The FUQ teams, unfortunately, have finished 6th and 7th, and the other VG side have come in last. Stars of the match, we've got the Reefinator. He got himself 3 limbs, which I thought Bandit got 3, but maybe got more damage. I'm not too sure how that works. Tony's come in with the best companion from 3 Fingers Deep with the two assists and 2 rescues. And then Bandit's come out with the final elimination. That last bit of the zone, boom, it was gone. So that's the end of Miramar Game 2. I'm VG-Trogent. Thanks for everyone jumping in. We've got 17 in the chat. I know I sound like a broken record, but if there's 17 people there, if you can at least tap it 3 or 4 times each, boost the algorithm, boost the popularity of the KD Scrims. The more people that see the stream, the more people will get in. We've got to take it from every angle. Oh, pardon me. Jeez, I needed that. Where are we off to in Game 3? Well, we're off to Rondo for Game 3, ladies and gentlemen. The Eastern Asian beauty of Rondo. It's almost like that Erangel had a love child, but it's unfortunately it's got 400% more bamboo. Don't forget the birds. If they're chirping in the households where you are, that means the enemies are close. That's always a bit of important information that I can give to you. There are other strats in this game that you can lay out that we've seen over the last few weeks, where people hot drop and then have one split off to the revive. But then when we've seen the other end of that as well, where full teams go to a pretty popular revive point and take out the last person before they can get the rest of their team up. I wonder if we'll see KD get up onto the KD statue tonight. Unfortunately, they didn't manage to get up there on Saturday. They can get up there and keep carving that Knuckles deep fist into the KD statue there. They'll be looking for a yeet bag to get themselves up on top of those hills. I'm just having myself a quick drink. I'm not sponsored by Samaj, but I'll give them a shout out. Samaj Fine Foods. They've got me some tea. I'm having a lemongrass and ginger. Thanks for the reactions. Thanks for Ricky jumping in. Vicky's getting me into the room for Game 3. Well done, VG, on that last win. I'm not trying to show too much bias. I actually genuinely think most of the teams here are really great people and great sides, so it's great to see you all in here. I try to show everyone as much as I can before it really starts to kick off. And then it's really just up to the fingers what happens towards the end there. But if there's anyone that you want to see, write it in the chat. I think Bandit's pretty pleased that he's got himself a chicken drumstick there. I'm pretty sure Hoppy would have taken himself some breast and maybe a bit of thigh there for Enzy. Last day would have probably grabbed himself the parson's nose and That's a full chicken for the boys. That'll keep their proteins up for Game 3 at Rondo. The map of the bamboos. We're all starting to filter in. Everyone's pretty punctual tonight, which is good. We've only just hit 8:04, which I don't know what time that is in New Zealand, but I'm assuming it's 2 hours ahead of now, so maybe it's 10:04. It's been a good stream so far. I hope you're enjoying it. I really appreciate everyone jumping in and writing in the chat. Show us Smelly's crew. So who we got in Smelly's crew? So we'll jump on Smelly first. VG Smelly. He's got himself a lovely little helicopter off to the side, and he's got himself a weapon on the shelf. He's got a VSS there. He's obviously had a recent purchase. Quite stylish there, to be honest. He's number 16 in the long shots in Idaho. I'm pretty sure that's close to bumfuck. Whoops, probably shouldn't have used that terminology, but there we go. I've done it anyway. I'm sure that will be bleeded out at some stage. We've got Monkey here. He's in there with Wookie. They're a couple of mates. They've been in the clan for quite a long time. I've played with Wookie on and off for the duration of the match, and Wookie and Monkey as well. He's got himself a beautiful vehicle in there, the Dodge Charger. And who we got left? We've got Cat. Cat. She's got the unicorn over in the corner, and a little leopard down there. She's number 141 scavenger in New Zealand. Gee, that'll make a few of you try and step your game up. Cat's an absolute beast. I reckon she's almost the female version of Bandit. I'd love to see the VG girls get a team together. We've got some great female players at VG, as you have at KD as well. I've pledged to play with quite a few of yous now. I think we did have a few of the girls in the one side the other week. I think Nix is unavailable. Maybe she's got netball or something tonight. Another good player from VG. We'll scroll down and we'll have a look at one of the other sides here. We'll jump in and we'll have a look at Tanky. He's got himself a Lotus there. He's jumped in with Kiwi Girl. They're pretty good mates. They've got all the things there. He's got an M24 up on the shelf. He's been around the game for a while. Who else have we got? Anyone else we want to see? What have we got? Nice, Trojan. You would have loved that, Monkey. Just showing you all the things. What's the middle of the nowhere place called again? Middle of nowhere place. On what particular map are we talking about there, Monkey? And I'll try and fulfill you on that bit of knowledge. Where are we? Who'd have some pretty cool stuff to look at? I know Hoppy'd have a bit of stuff. Where's he? We'll go and have a look at Daystalker. Oh, he's got a full garage. He's had all the upgrades from Mark's Motors. He's got the gold pants on tonight. He's showing his wealth. He's got the little penguin backpack. Had his hair done there in Rozok with the Joker gun. You can see what he's got on his shelf there. His stats. It's the 7.25 KDs. I would not be getting anywhere in front of this man with these old thumbs of mine. Who else are we going to go and annoy? We'll have a look at therapy. Now that I've changed it, it's not deadly anymore. It's obviously therapy. I was having a bit of a brain fart. It's got all the flashy guns. It's got their Rockstar outfit and the 3 vehicles in the background with the Bugatti. And the Beasting Dacia. Ooh. There's some pretty cool stuff out there these days, to be honest. I'm still looking forward to see Jaso get himself on. We're missing Freckle. Hopefully, he's going to miss out. Freck's missed out. He's obviously gone back into Paran Market just to make a few more toasted sandwiches for the guys that are on night shift tonight that are not playing. He's missed out. He's probably a bit distraught after copping a couple of stray bullets from the FQ crew there. We've got Dirty there again. He's got the Islander outfit in commemoration. That is a wicked tattoo though, isn't it? I'm not too sure what's on his arm there, but we'll let that go. What car have we got down here? This might be one of the few vehicles that have just had their upgrade pack at Mark's Motors installed. They're not opening it at the moment. That is unfortunate. We've got a little boat there for Bandit to jump on and go for a bit of a road down the rivers of the southeastern map of Rondo. They'll be all just talking about their strats tonight, whether they're going to hot drop or they're going to go and get a bit of a loot out in the outer circle, these guys. Last day's just having a bit of a chill over the back here. He's got the purple things. We'll stay with the day shift. The winners of game 2. I would have thought, you know, the 3 teams to look out for at the moment, I think we've got FQ2 there, the Quackers. They've obviously finished quite well in the last 2 games. The day shift have managed to pull themselves together in this in that second match. 3 fingers deep, the ever reliable, have always been there in those top 4 positions. So those guys have jumped early. We'll have a look at the line. We've got the single line on Rondo tonight. We're going from Mayran all the way through the guts over Test Track and Stadium, over to Bailey. Or Bailey. We'll go with that. That's what it is tonight. I'm sure someone will let me know if I've said it wrong, butchered it, or whatever you'd like to say. So these boys are going to land themselves over here. They've got themselves a lovely little estate of houses where they can get a few bits and pieces. There's a revive over the back there. Not too sure if there's anyone close. We'll have a bit of a looky-see. No one appears to be overly close at the moment, so we'll just put that there. We'll let them do their thing. And I'll bring that up, and we'll go to overall. Who are we going to go and see? We'll go and see Moods. What's Moods doing? Why is it doing? Oh, you're kidding. Moods is having a bad time. She's trying to fly into zone at the moment. Yeah. Thanks, PUBG. Oh, I don't know what's happened there. Tanky seems to be able to break me out of the bad things. He's on their go. So they're just off to the south side of maybe Test Track, if I can see behind me. What do we got? Oh, they're right next to the KD statue. There's multiple KD statues around the map. Daystalker's in there on his own. I think maybe he's just rendered out. Tanky's down the back there. He's got the whole squad there. They're still floating across the top. I think we're all pretty split by the looks of things. We've got 3 fingers deep over the back there, and we've got just the tip on the other side. Arnie Nyes just jumped in there. Hopefully they've got a car down the road. Hopefully Moods can get the car. We'll go back and say hello to Moods. Got herself a crossbow already. She's ready to go. Final circle incoming for Moods. She'll be on the push. I'm pretty sure she'd like to at least get a pan on one of those FQ guys after the last game. Or maybe it was actually the 3 fingers deep guys. Maybe that's who she wants to get the pan on to. But have a look at the loot in here, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I'm saying. If you're not confident with going to a hot drop, there is all the things in here. Look, there's 2 scopes there. There's 3. Trojan be losing his mind with that much loot. So they'll leave them alone. We'll just have a little bit of a look at the Eastern Asian map that we're running tonight. Unfortunately, due to the lower numbers of 30, it's going to make it difficult to get an engagement straight away. I'll try and see if there's anyone close. There's not anyone overly close at the moment. The FQs are up the back here. Alien Baby and the crew. Natives in there. They'll all be pretty confident with each other the way they're playing. Kenny's really stepped up. I only seen him in for the last couple of weeks, but really taken a good hold on how to get it all done in these scrims. It's pretty much just shoot them in the face, put them there to their knee, and send them back to the lobby. So these guys have got themselves a nice little spot up in the top, what is it, northeast corner of the map. No one really in the vicinity. They'll probably be able to filter across to the side there. Native's just going to go and pick a little bit of rice for dinner tomorrow night. Get himself over towards the barbecue area over the back there. But yeah, I'm struggling here. We're just going to have to keep going for a bit of a looky-see. Let's go and see who's down here. Cat. Cat, after getting, I think, what was it, 2nd or 3rd place in that first game as a solo, is an outstanding effort. Well done, Cat. We've got Cat, Smelly, and Monkey, I think, in this game. There he is. They're just checking out the urban lifestyle of Jadina City. There's a few bits and pieces down here. They can have a bit of a cruise around here. Not be overly stressed, I wouldn't have thought. Hopefully that first drop's coming in. We'll go and have a look at that. Here comes the plane. They might even get the plane here, these guys. Unfortunately, Freckle couldn't make it into Game 3. He had to go and make a few toasties back at Paran Market. Hopefully he can get in for the hot drop. Maybe he's just going to finish his dinner, put on his slippers, get himself ready for the boot camp hot drop. Don't be too disgruntled if you don't take out the whole scrims. There's a pretty tough teams in there, but you can still get the week's banter of taking out the hot drop of boot camp, which VG took out last week, and I'm assuming there's a few guys around here that wouldn't mind taking out the lot, or at least taking out boot camp tonight. Don't forget to press that reaction button. Hopefully, Freckle, if you're in there, mate, and you've got a bit of spare time while you're making your tea, a couple of toasties or whatever is happening, press that button. Aries managed to press it a few times for me tonight while he's at work. It's much appreciated. So these guys are all pretty much on their own. They'd be pretty kitted as well. What's Reefinator running? He's got himself a UMP and an AUG. Full level 3 gear. The loot is absolutely outstanding. I'm still waiting for the answer from Monkey. Just to, what's the middle of the nowhere place called again? The nowhere place on this map, maybe? I don't know what that is. Oh, Snipe's jumped in here. Snipe, bro. He's got himself a heavily armoured UAZ. He's got the upgrade pack there from Marks Motors. He's grabbed himself a Dacia. I'm not sure if this vehicle's obviously got himself a skin on it yet. Hopefully he can jazz it up for the boys before they get in. He's just having a bit of a think about whether he wants the UMP or the M4 there. I think he wants to get himself an 8X and take a few lids off from distance. Or is he gonna put a skin on the car? There's fuel there as well. You might need that. Thanks for pressing that reaction button. Press it away. Go and jump over to therapy. So we've got a lot of similar loadouts here. We've got like the M4 is still a very popular meta weapon, but obviously with the larger map, we've got a few crew running with a few snipers, especially with the small amount of numbers in tonight. You can probably hit the edge of that circle, take a few lids off, and then get the push. Let's just have a look at the map again, see if we've got anyone starting to roll in close, and I reckon it might be these fellas. Team 2, hitting it raw. They're raw dogging it. They got the pink skin there on the raw dog. Tay Money's got in the crew. Dirty's in the passenger seat there, and Pookie Bear's holding the wheel again. They're just trying to find themselves some real estate. They'd be pretty kitted by now, I would have thought. If you get yourself your own compound at the start of the game, it doesn't take much to get you all the bits and pieces. If you like myself and you like to have a bit extra loot, maybe just chuck a little bit in the boot there, or the glove box, or whatever you like to call it. That's a pretty cool car skin, the old Spy family. Got the family wagon. They're going past KD's favourite little loot spot there, a hot drop spot there. Unfortunately, pretty quiet tonight. They've just gone for a bit of a drive-by just to see if there's a bit of a 30-party action there. They're going to jump back in the car. Old Dan Chin's going to have a rest for tonight. Poor old Dan's Chin was copping it from the Raw crew. I don't know if that works. We'll try it. If they keep going north here, though, I would have thought they might run into the day shift. Let's just see. I'll stay with them for a bit. What do we got? There's the day shift. We've got a couple coming in. Oh, there's a party up here in the blue. Mysterious has just taken down Dread. So where's Dread? He's just in the building there. I'll go back into Eye in the Sky. Decoy's just taken a knee as well from Native. So we've got the blue battles here, unfortunately. Ken's just finished Decoy off for Game 3. Let's just spit on it. But I don't know if they know they've got a 2-2 split here on them. Dread's still down on the knee. Mysterious has just taken down Risk and going to finish him off for game 3. Mysterious has just finished Risk, yeah. And Fat Kiwi's put down Mysterious on top of the hill there. Alien Baby's on the chase there on Fat Kiwi. Oh, they're trying to get the revive. Oh, Fat Kiwi's just put Alien Baby down and finished. Natives at the back. Let's just get in here. Eye in the sky. Where are we? Can they see the friend? Getting the heel on. Probably can't jump up that cliff, so Natives... Oh, Fat Kiwi's just put Native down. And the first. Ken's pretty formidable though. This is going to be a tough little battle. Mysterious has just got the kill from Dread. He's just bled out. Fat Kiwi's just putting in a bit of a hill there. Ken's doing the same. Be fair to say that Mysterious may lose their first life and get the kill points will go to Fat Kiwi. Whoa! We'll just stay here and see the finish of this and see if Fat Kiwi can get the finish on FQ2. And then maybe perhaps get the revive. This is pretty risky for both teams because once they're gone here, they're out. They're done. Ooh, Ken's just gone for the cheeky peeks. I'm surprised there's no throwables coming out here. There we go. That's the one you want. And you're gone. Oh, running. In the blue. Unfortunately, Fat Kiwi's gone down, but that was a stellar effort. FQ2 will come out on top. They'll get the revive off. They're a long way out of zone, unfortunately, FQ2, the quackers. I think I just dropped the U instead of the Q there, unfortunately. So we've got a few starting to get in pretty close. We'll have a look at the drop. It won't let me. Oh, it's a dub. Dirty. Dirty had the dub last week. So who we got rolling past there? That's Dirty's crew. Are they going to see it? Just hitting it raw. Hit the drop, brother. Oh no. We've got a new drop coming down next to the KD statues up there at the top. We'll have a look at that. That's a grozer. We can't really see anyone else filtering down because it's the middle of zone here, this drop. Oh, hang on. Any little cars getting around? Not at all. We'll jump back on the overall. We'll jump back onto Hoppy. He seems to be just getting his nut rub on there in the building. They've got themselves a bit of real estate there, I would have thought. Knowing the VG friends. He's just, he's having a bit of a lick out there on his own, by the ways. He's probably not going to like me jumping on him there, I wouldn't have thought. Reefinator's just put down Cat. Where's that? Let's get up here. Oh, let's put it, what the hell? Back into the eye of the sky. Smelly's in the open, taking a few whacks from Quacker. Quacker's put down Monkey, must have been behind him. And that's the end of the Tushy Pushers in Game 3. They've been taken out by, what's that, FQ1? The Funny Quirks. They've got themselves a couple of kills. They've got their car at the back. Are they in zone? They are in zone, I believe. They'll get themselves looted up, get themselves for this next battle. We've still got 24 alive. We'll try and bring this in a little bit, just for my own advantage. Bandit's going to roll in here. Is he going to roll in on someone? He's got himself a couple of little cliffs there with the boys, but they've got hitting it raw over in the background there. Nice little gully, actually. Very impressed by that. And then you've got 3 fingers deep off to the, what's that, the east. You've got VG, and you've got hitting it raw. Let me just try and step back a bit. We'll go and have a look at Tony. Oh, there we go. Enzy's copping a bit of a few whacks. Unfortunately, looking at the wall there. So the comms will be out. Daystalker's got himself up on the roof there. A bit of parkour from Daystalker. Put it in, he's got himself the M24. Unfortunately, it's still looking at the wall there a bit for me. I'll get back up on top. Just trying to get a couple of nice little snipe shots, but if it's going to do that to me. Ooh, Daystalker. Last day's just put down Dirty. Down on that eastern side. No one behind him. They got a horse there. Don't worry about the horse there, Daystalker. Mr. Red won't hurt ya. Bandit's got himself a car 98, so they're going to obviously have plenty of comms and marks getting around. So Dirty's down. Is he on his own? He is down next to the car. But the girls and Pookie are going to make their way over. Get him up. Bit of a risky run for Mama, I would have thought. The eyes will be on. Oh, from both teams. Oh, last day's just put down Mama. So they got 2 knocked there, the Raw. They'll be roaring at each other at the moment. What are you doing in the open? Oh, that sounds like there's a car rolling up here. And Ken's just taken down Enzi. Ken's just put Enzi to a knee. And then Bandit's put down Ken. They've tried to light him up. KD barbecue. So Ken, that might finish Ken off for game 3. I'm not sure where his mates are. Try and have a bit of a looky-see, but they'll get Bandit up. Day shift will get themselves back together. Unfortunately, Dirty and Mama are just having a bit of a rest there. It looks like Tay Money's going to take the risks again and perhaps get them up. I probably wouldn't advise it at the minute. You got zone. Unless you got a car, which I believe's out in the open there, you're not going to make that. You're not going to... Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, no! Jump on Lasty. You'll be able to see you for sure. So last day just got the kill from Mama. Knocked by Bandit, I believe. Last day just put Tay Money down to a knee. So it's only Pookie Bear up at the moment. So last day just got the kill there. He'd be pretty happy with that after having a few weeks off doing those seminars. 3 Fingers Deep is still holding circle there. I think they're holding circle. They are. So we've got all 5 teams pretty much in zone. It's just the Raw are copping it in the rear, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure that I would only just like to have had the tip from the day shift. Where's our other side? Oh, here we go. Let's have a look here. Eye in the sky again. So we can see where VG are, and there's another team rolling around the back. That must be the Quackers. They're chasing Daystalker. Last day's just finished Tay Money off. He's coming back to his mates. He's like, nah, this is not happening. So I think the Quackers, FQ2, they obviously lost Ken. So Natives just put down Oppie. Where's that? Is that over here? Where's Native? He's part of FQ2. Is Hoppy down and finished? Hoppy must have been a pro strat out in the open again, I would have thought. Groza Mortar? Oh, 100%. You'd have to be landing them in. Let's get in here, though. This is where it's at the minute. Thanks for jumping in, Aries, and keep me on my toes. Mysterious Raz has just gone down a zone. Ken just had a tickle from one of the other crew there from 3 Fingers Deep. That must have been put it in, yeah. Natives coming in to help. Alien Baby just taken down Daystalker. So we've got a 3v3 now, or 2v3, I believe. Oh, yeah, we've got a 3. Oh, Snipe's just taken down Tank. Where's that coming from? I can't see that at the moment. They're in the car still. Probably with Funny Cracker, I would have thought. So they're over in that back section at 235 southwest. But I'll stay here for a minute. This is going to be a bit of a standoff until the third parties come in, I reckon. They're both out of zone. I would suggest, guys, get a heap of smoke out. Just get in the car. If you've got multiple vehicles, just risk it for the biscuit because the other team's going to stick their head out. There you go. You've only copped a couple of hits. Last day's pushing himself to circle and he got eyes on somebody else over there. That's the Pookie Bear from the Raw. Tony's just taken down Alien Baby, so it's kicking back off over the top there. Let's get back up, eye in the sky. Tony's just put down Ken. So they might have got the clear over there on FQ2, did they? Oh, there's fiddlesticks coming out. These guys have got themselves a nice little spot. Natives just put down to Tony. Oh, Native doing the Baz Bob. Just put Daystalker down to a knee. Oh, and he's got him around the back. Oh, Native low on his own. It's just put 3 Fingers Deep to bed. Great effort. You want to get yourself in the car, brother? Don't even heal. Get in that car. Get yourself the circle. Reefinator's just put down 89 and Tank there. And Moods. So they're all in a bit of trouble over here. Snipe's still driving around. He's just having a bit of fun with it all, I think. Tank's down in the middle of the road. Arnie Nye's been done. So that's team 4. Just the tip. He's copping a bit more than the tip at the moment, unfortunately, and I think that's them done. Snipe's just stretching the legs in the car there. The fiddlesticks are out from Bandit. Natives off to the right there. I'll leave you alone there, brother, so you can get yourself a good opportunity to get a few hits. Oh, you're kidding. Oz Sniper's just taken out Pookie there and copping a few bullets from the day shift. You're kidding me. Oh, that is unlucky, Pookie. Snipe from Oz Mafia has just been driving around for the last couple of minutes, just taking out a few, creating a bit of chaos. So it would appear that FQ have rotated a hell of a lot better this game. FQ1, FQ2 now versus VG Day Shift, which is a 3v4 v1. Bandit's not shy to come for a push though. None of these boys would be. Snipe's going to drive in, I think. He wants the little hill, but does he know last day's there? Oh, unlucky. Enzy's been run over. He's taken a knee from Oz Snipe. His car's looking pretty bad for wear or whatever you want to call it. It's on fire. It's getting booked in. So Snipe hasn't lost any... Oh, Native just taken down last day from the other side. Has been hit in a big V from Therapy and taken the kill on one of the day shift players. Bandit's putting down Snipe to a knee. He'll be running straight up the hill just to get the points, I would have thought. Making Enzy crawl up, get himself up to zone. Fair to say, Natives is on the rotation. He's going to come in for the push. Oh, he's going to eat some blue too, I think. Oh, that might be the end of you, bro. Enzy's been... Oh, hang on. Day shifter down. Oh, blue. I think Blue Zone. Blue Zone came out on top. No, I'm only joking. Funny Cracker will shoot me if I don't call out the right things. FQ1, the Funny Quirks, have come out in the winner of Game 3. Therapy with 1, Refinator with 5, Snipe with 4. That's a great pickup to get him in for Game 3. Snipe with 4 kills, and then Funny Cracker, obviously organising all the rotations, has only come out with the 1 kill, but that's a great effort by FQ1. FQ2 have come in at second place with Natives taking out 3 fingers deep in one of those last rotations. He's managed to get himself 6 kills. I think KD be kicking themselves not having him in one of the sides tonight. And Mysterious Raz has come out with 2 kills there. They've come out with 8. The Day Shift have come out with 5 kills, 2 for Bandit. Hoppy's still ecstatic after Game 1 and getting himself a squad wipe. Unfortunately come out with 0. Last Day stepped in this week and managed to get himself another kills. They'll come out with 5. And then once again we've got the tip and the raw and the thrust and the pulses and all the things. What's that? That's the Tushy Pushers have come in at second last there. And Fat Kiwi. I know he's come last, but that was a great effort up there at the rotation there against FQ2. They came in second place. If he's just got that last kill, oh, imagine where you could have finished. So Natives managed to come in with going all out, and he's got himself 6 limbs there, 800 damage. And then Tony with the 1 rescue got themselves a star of the match. So that's Game 3 now. I'll get myself back to the gaming lobby. I must be nearly due for a little bit of a dance. It sounds like the lemon tree is calling. I'll try and find myself something to dance away to. I'm not too sure what do we want. What do we want? I do like that one, but it's not going to last forever, is it? I'm just going to sit there for a minute, have a little bit of a dance, grab myself a drink. I'll be back in a minute for boot camp. Oh, I'm back. So what do we got? We've got through game 1, 2 and 3, Erangel, Miramar and Rondo. We're down to the final map of the night on Tuesday night, the 10th of March, the KD Scrims. We've got ourselves a boot camp hot drop. So we've got 15 out of the possible. I think we had 33 maybe. I didn't actually take any notice. We've all been pretty punctual tonight. I've managed to keep the sound from the gaming lobby. Oh, here's me and Ren. Troji and Ren, the leader of VG. She keeps us all together there at VG. I'm her sidekick. I don't know how I got invited into that, but I feel very blessed. I feel very blessed to be calling these scrims again tonight for Arnie Kiwi and the KD crew. It's a great initiative for all you guys to get out on the battlefield and play a few people in the local community, the OCE region. I find it quite amusing dropping in and playing with a few of the other teams during the week and hearing the banter. It seems to be all pretty amicable at the moment. Let's keep it that way. It's a great little initiative that we've got. I really appreciate KD letting me have a go at this. It keeps me going between the ears. I've had a bit of a rough. I don't know how to say it. I've had a bit of a rough journey over the last couple of months. So it really gives me a bit of time just to kind of shut everything out that's going on in the real worlds and come in and join all you guys and watch us run around the battlefield and keep me entertained. So hopefully I'm doing the same thing for you as well. But it's still at the end of the night. I know I've said it a few times already before. Smash that reaction button in the bottom corner. I think we've got ourselves up to 70 subscribers. If you haven't already joined the journey, press the subscribe button. Tell your friends, your family, your colleagues, your clan mates. Jump on the VG page, the KD page. Let's keep all this going. I'm really enjoying it. It's starting to come a little bit easier for me to kind of sit down and chat away. I think I've done 4 or 5 of them now. I can't actually recall. It's all starting to blend in together. But I do remember a lot of the teams and a lot of the players. It makes it easy to commentate when we've got the same teams in every week. I look forward to actually having the opportunity to see some new teams come in. Oh, there was a couple that dropped in last week. I think that was, what was that? The Hot Mess. It was the Sauce. SK lads obviously took out Saturday night. Unfortunately, they couldn't make it. They obviously failed. I'm having a lolly at the moment, so I do apologise. Pardon, mate. Oh, we're in. Hang on. I better get a sip of this drink. Boot camp. Here we go. The legendary Sonic, the meat grinder. With your lifespan can roughly be the length of one of first day sneezes. Pick yourself a building inside a boot camp. Land within the roads. You've obviously got the 3 warehouses over to the northern side. But to win the game, you must stay at boot camp. If you're not familiar with the rules, I'm sure someone in the all chat will be able to tell you as we fly in. Everyone seems to have purchased their tickets. Tony's just doing a few extra exercises. Unfortunately, Hoppy hasn't run his Tai Chi class tonight. I can't see. Oh, I'm rolling in. No, he's not doing the Tai Chi class tonight. His mind and soul is all at equilibrium after taking a bit of a squad wipe out there in game 1. Pookie's just checking his parkour out before he starts jumping out between buildings there at boot camp. Who are we going to be in with? Believe it or not, we're with the leader of KD again, Dirty. I'm sure he's telling everyone on the plane just to simmer down and take it easy. Once the door's open, just single file out the back. Make sure you lend yourself down at boot camp. The legendary Sonok. The winners of, what was it, Saturday night was VG. So who do you think's going to win tonight? Is it going to be the Quackers or the Quirkers or the Tips or the Spitty bits or the other bits? Or is it going to be Three Fingers deep? So we're pretty close. We'll just jump in the eye in the sky in a minute. Oh, and we've lost sound. We can see the spread from here, hopefully. We've got a couple of teams in the middle there. We've got Three Fingers deep and we've got the day shift. Neckweek's just getting himself a few bits and pieces there. The footsteps will be everywhere at the moment. Where's it going to start? Let's get down underneath. Nah. So I can breathe for a little bit more. Hang on a minute. Ken's just taken down decoy over in the warehouses there, and then Mum has just put down moods. Hoppy's just taking money down. This series is just taking big decoy. Well, I think it's all on the inside here. Hoppy's doing the big run. Ken's just taken down Risk and Bion. I think put them out for the tonight. Fat Kiwi just put down Native. That's over the back corner. Tanky's just got himself a little shack there. And put Mum into a knee. Fat Kiwi, where are they? They're over the back there. So Mysterious has just got the pickups from Alien Baby. FQ are in their normal spot there. Arnie Nye's just put down Mama. Risk has taken a knee for the night. Daystalker's put down Fat Kiwi. Where are these guys? Where are they? Daystalker. Hoppy's just put down Pookie Bear. And Dirty's just put down Hoppy. That's all happening in the middle here. Tony just put oh, no way. Bandits just put down Tony and Nepweek there. So I think they've got the main building. Bandits just taken out Three Fingers deep for the night. Great effort, Three Fingers deep. So we're back over to the other side here with Alien Baby and the crew. Snipes just put down someone or other. I'm not too sure. There's a lot of bodies down there on their knees there, but I think they've just cleared that building. So FQ have just taken someone out there. That was FQ2. They're going to have a rest for the rest of the evening. Thanks for jumping in tonight, Alien Baby and the crew. Glad to jump in for a couple of games with you this afternoon. So last day's just put Artie Nye down. So we've still got Spit on it. All Cats just put down Artie Nye. Where's that? Last day's just getting his nut rub on and having a look to see where those bullets are coming from. You'll get yourself a rush there last day. Get yourself up off the ground. Hoppy's up the top. Tanky's on his own. Cat's on her own. So I'm not too sure. We've got a 4-strong VG. We've got a 4-strong, slightly battered FQ over the back here that are copping a few bullets from just spitting on it. Oh, I can't even get in there. Where is it? There's bullets coming from everywhere at the moment. Dread and Fat Kiwi. She'd had a ripper of a game last game. So these guys here are just sharing out a few things. Quacker's just trying to work out what he's going to take out of those crates to get the win tonight. They really want to take out the lot. They won't want just to have the scrims. They want to take out boot camp as well. That's the Quackers. So Spit on it are just rotating. We've still got the Tip over there in the warehouse. I'm not sure where the rest of it is. We've only got the Tip. Takey the Tip. Let's go, Enzy. What do we got? 1 finger short. Yeah. 1 finger. Oh, gee. That'll be a good time. VG Hoppy's got himself an AK and a... What's he got? 2 AKs? Or he's got an Uzaks. Tanky's getting his lick on. Enzy's just put down Snipe to a knee. They'll have a chat about that during the week, I'm pretty sure. Reefinator's thrown a few bullets towards Hoppy. He's up on the roof there in the old open strats, copping it from both sides. So there's no... Oh, there is a little bit of a need to rush tonight, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen. So Enzy's just copped a few whacks from Reefinator and Quirk. Fuddy Quacker. I didn't fumble too much tonight. I managed to get most of those names out. I think the only thing that came very close is I nearly dropped a U instead of a Q. But I'm surprised that hasn't happened over the last few weeks. GG's Ken. Ken played really well. He should be wrapped with himself. Had a cracker of a game. Thanks for jumping in there, subs. Hopefully I'm not butchering anyone's names. Pass it on through to admin. Cat's just copped a couple of bullets from Hoppy and obviously having a bit of a fight with Tank. Oh, Tanky's been taken down by Hoppy. So Cat's on her own again. So we've still just got to spit on it a bit there for the day shift. And we've got the quackers over the back there. The quirks, sorry. Oh, I was really going to say the quackers. They're having a rest. They're back at lobby. So Snipes just put down Enzy to a knee. He was probably poking out the window for too long. Throwing a few extra bullets out there. Oh, Hoppy's just copped a couple there from Reefinator as well, I believe. So that blue's going to start coming through pretty soon. From previous weeks, I've noticed that the meds are pretty low. So if you're not on the stream, Snipes, get on it and get the dogs. Let's go original Enzy. Yeah, 100%. Funny Quacker's just put down last day to a knee. He might have to go to another seminar next week and just tripped as he ran inside the warehouse. Reefinator and Quacker are pretty keen to get that finish. So they're throwing a couple of loose little nades across. Enzy's going to get the rotation, but is Cat going to get eyes on Enzy? Oh, she's let that go. So last day and Enzy are going to have a chat in the warehouse there, talk about what's goings-ons. These guys over here are still in a bit of trouble there. They've got no meds by the looks of things. That might be the case. There's a couple of dollary doos, a couple of boosts on the roof there, boys, if you need them. They're all behind a set of... Oh, Bandit just got a knock on someone there, did he? He's just taken down Dread on the opposite side. So Reefinator and Therapy are just trying to work out how they're going to get themselves into the middle. Cat's been knocked by Enzy and finished for the night. GG's Cats and the... what was that? The Tushy Pushers. Unfortunately, the Tushy Pushers got it all pushed in tonight. Hoppy's down in the gully. Last day's got the angles there. So it's VG and the Funny Quackers there. Hoppy's just managed to get himself inside, but he's been knocked just as he went through. He tripped over, I believe, last day's shoelaces. Bandit's still in the main building. Here comes the blue, ladies and gentlemen. So believe it or not, we've still got just spit on it. And they wouldn't have used a hell of a lot of meds there. They might be able to sneak their way in. Reefinator's just put down Bandit. That's going to be costly for the VG crew. Keep yourself in boot camp there, Therapy. You might end up getting disqualified, brother. Get in the fence there, mate. Get inside the fence, ladies and gentlemen. Reefinator's just taken down last day. I'm not too sure. We might have to chat about this after the game. Oh, KD, you're going to take out Enzy. That might be the end of the day shift. Hoppy's just licking a wall. And I think that's the day shift done, is it? I don't know. I'll have to chat with Vicky and KD, but unfortunately I don't know what the case is. I'll have to speak to the admin team, but FQ are going to take it out, but I'm not too sure if they're going to get the boot camp tonight. I'm sure the messages will start flying through. Thanks for jumping in there, Drewby. Who else have we got in here? Can we do a Vikindi in one of these scrims? For sure. We did do a couple of Vikindis the other week. I believe the teams that win pick the last map, or they pick the maps. So the best way for you to get to choose a Vikindi, I would love to see a Vikindi. I love the shifts of Vikindi. But I better read out who won. So it might all be up in the air, but we're going to give it to FQ. The Funny Quirks, they've come out on top place at the boot camp tonight. They've managed to get themselves 8 kills. I think that was just spit on it. They managed to spit away and got themselves a second place with Dread managed to get... Oh, Fat Kiwi's come in with another 2. Fat Kiwi was stoked with those last 2 games. Well done. And then the day shift have come in at third. They've had a bit of a clean-up here at the boot camp tonight. They've taken... Bandit's got 2. Enzy got 3. Last day got 1. And Hoppy got 2. So the VG have done well again there. That'll get themselves a few kill points to get them up the leaderboard. It should be pretty close tonight. Cats managed to come through as a solo with a 1 kill. The other crew have just had to go and sign themselves up for last day's shoelacing seminar, which is on at Picado next week. We've got the tips here, we've got the shafts and all the other things that they talk about in the guns there. What is it? The just the tip, the spin on it, hit it raw, the tushy pushes, the day shift, the funny quirks, the funny quackers. What a game. Oh, hang on a minute. I didn't even say 3 fingers deep. But we've got the stars of the match as well. Otherwise, I'll keep waffling on. I better try and tie it all up. We've got going all out. We've got Reefinator. He's jumped back in for FQ and got himself 4 elims. Last day he's got himself on the 3 rescues, got himself name in the paper for this week, as well with the 3 rescues on the day shift crew, and then the Reefinators come in with the final finisher. I haven't been reading the chat. I'll go through it a little bit towards the end. I'm not going to jump in with anyone just yet. I'm going to try and tie up some loose ends. Hoppy's just said GG's to all. Thanks KD. Thanks Troj. Oh, that's me. I'm talking to myself again. I'm starting to get pretty decent at that. I'm going to do the same thing as well. I'm going to thank Vicky, Arnie Kiwi and Dirty and all the people from the KD clan. Thanks for jumping in tonight, all the participants. Without all you guys here that putting it all together, I wouldn't be able to sit here and have such a great time watching you guys play. I'm VG-Trogent from Velocity Gaming. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll catch us on the battlefield soon. GG's.